Hello, welcome back to Kaiserreich. And also, speaking of Kaiser, I just realized I haven't actually recommended to the international audience, the audience outside of Norway, that you listen to Kaiser's orchestra yet. It's a Norwegian band, which I very much recommend you check out. They've got a very weird sound, but I think based on the audience that Kaiserreich has, I think a lot of people might be into that kind of weird sound. Very like psychedelic, strange, and so on and so forth. Industrial sounding, maybe? Yeah, Kaiser's orchestra. And speaking of good music, let's freaking go, dude. I'm waiting for the air superiority to let up somewhere. Let's try it. Also, I forgot to change the thumbnail. Changed the thumbnail last time I used a nuke. I'm gonna try to remember that. Every time I drop a nuke, I'm gonna change the thumbnail to that apocalyptic weird one. Just because I think. I also do want to keep thumbnails dynamic so that you can sort of know a little bit, you know, what to expect. Like, you can expect some change when the thumbnails change, obviously. So, you know, if you're bored of the constant standstill in Iberia, then you can wait for a thumbnail that, you know, changes. I did that a little bit with Finland, where I changed the leader. I didn't change the flag because the Lapua flag is fucking horrible, in my opinion, and also doesn't really tell people that, you know, this is Finland at first glance. So I did that, and also I'm changing that stuff for the Pacific States and the Mind the Syndicates playthroughs I'm doing right now. And I also did some of that in the Crusader Kings 2 roleplay, which I want to do more of that, but I gotta you know, push out all these videos while my voice works and stuff. Once my voice gets better, which is actually, it's getting better. I feel it. I'm on my third video today, and I honestly feel fine. So, yeah, it's getting better. So maybe at some point in the near future, after my short vacation, which is going to be happening at the end of this month, where I'm going away, maybe after that it'll be good. I'm going to record a backlog so that I have a bunch of videos coming out while I'm gone. So you'll never have a lack of videos. And I'll still be reading comments as usual while I'm gone. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm going to visit some friends, attend a birthday, and some stuff like that. That's gonna be fun. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, they're pinning us. And troops haven't gotten there yet, so oh god, that's a disaster. Actually, no, we're holding. No, we're not. Never mind. And now we're taking it back, I think. Of course, yep. As you do. Dude, I'm sorry, I gotta. I have to. It's too ridiculous not to. Please give it back. Thank you. It's too ridiculous not to go for for Dovregubben, for the Mountain King tank. I have to. I wanna roll that shit right through, like, Moscow or some shit. I'm gonna roll the Death Star through Moscow. Oh my god, the sound. It's horrible. I wonder if there's a way to turn down battle sounds, or if I need a mod for that. It says effect volume, which... don't know what that means. Wait, what? Ah, that's probably the yelling. Yeah. Yelling is fine, honestly. I turned it down a little bit, but it's honestly fine. I don't mind it. At least not much. Who is moving into that? That one is going to be moving in. And I guess that one will be moving in, and the rest will be assisting. Because we got to move some fresh divisions into the tile in case they get counterattacked, like over here. Always have a fresh division coming into the tile as the attack is over, or like as the attack is finishing. Don't need what the fuck? We don't really need any production at all in terms of ships. All it'll do is suck up valuable steel. Oh, this is stupid. So we're pushing down the south, and now they're pushing us in on the north in the Netherlands, which is where we have a lot of our industry. Because Norway is freaking tiny, dude. In terms of you know, population, which becomes a tiny industry. Small population equals small industry. If you look up at a geographic map of Norway, it's basically fjord hell. Like, you can... anyone who wants to calculate the coastline, the length of the coastline of Norway, good fucking luck. It's like calculating the length of the coastline of Canada. It's like some... like, how the fuck do you deal with this? There's, like, ways you do that, but I don't know, dude. Lack of civilian factors, yep, that's not good. Might have to go back to the Netherlands. Whoa. Denmark has taken territory. But Denmark and Sweden and Ireland, apparently. We're not going to push across this river. I'm not quite sure what the river is called, but yeah, we're not going to do that at all. We're going to push down this path in between the rivers, if anywhere. And we'll try to reach Barcelona here. The ideal is to split the front lines in two and then have one line holding at the mountains here, where they only need to hold 4 tiles. And then have the rest push down south. That's the best way of handling Iberia, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna take these guys off training and I'll send them out whenever they're back on full org. Oh my god, the lag. Can't wait to play more of the 1.7 patch where, you know, some of the lag should have been fixed. At least, well, Hydra 1.7 doesn't necessarily fix all of the lag, but the Kaiserreich 1.7 hotfix supposedly does. At least it doesn't fix it all necessarily, but it does at least improve performance significantly if the patch notes are to be believed, which I don't know if they ever have lied to us. I don't think they have. Also would potentially help if I actually put this on my SSD, and I probably should, considering I am recording a lot of this. I don't even know if I have got this on the SSD. I don't think so. I've got a Total War 3 Kingdoms on the SSD, but that's kind of a necessity because the Total War games have inhumane loading times very often. SSD, to those not in the know, solid state drive. It's different from the hard drive where you store most of your computer information, in that it does not have any moving parts and in general is way faster. Hard drive is literally just like a spinning disk that's being like scanned like lasers or some shit. Like that, it's technology that was, I think, invented in the 60s, but I might be wrong. Maybe the I'm gonna hold a little bit because a lot of our troops are out of organization. We don't have any extreme lack of anything, so we're still good there. On that note of me going away, by the way, let's see. Heavy water, cool, interesting. That's the this is a reference to the heavy water sabotage and stuff. But yeah, on that note of me going away, I'm going to a place called Trondheim. This place, beautiful city. I'm gonna be there in a couple of for a couple of days. Look up pictures of it if you haven't seen it. It's fucking gorgeous. It's got a bunch of cool older buildings along the waterline, along the river there. Very pretty city, and I might actually be moving there soon. I did apply for the master's degree at the university in Trondheim. So if any of y'all Norwegians are studying at the University of Trondheim, we might, you know, we might like cross paths at some point. Okay, they've eliminated all the French commune troops that were in the north here by Normandy and stuff, which means they have a clear line that they can just focus on holding. That doesn't necessarily mean that the AI is going to do that, though. Of course, we've seen that in the past, that they tend to have trouble executing very simple military operations. Actually, I shouldn't say that. No military operation is ever simple. Also, we're in the wrong spot. Oh, that's because they're on the front line. Yeah, get rid of that and then go to Cartagena, because if we lose or Cartagena or whatever, if we lose that port, then we are encircled and dead. So With the Marines, always keep them in the port unless you have a very, very strong line. Which of course we do not. I mean, we could in theory push out here to Valencia, or a port south of Valencia. I'm not quite sure what this is actually called. Hoi4 has an excellent soundtrack. There's no doubt about that. I still think Stellaris has the best one by far. Stellaris just like it just absolutely slaps. And Crusader Kings 2 has some really good ones in the later expansions, like really good songs. I'm talking about, of course, best Paradox soundtrack. I played so much Crusader Kings back in the day that when I hear some of those songs, I feel like going insane. Also, my mic did not cut out there. I was just kind of quiet because, you know, resting the voice and all that. This bulge here is actually, so it's actually very good for the enemy. Even though we can attack from 3 spots here, it's got hills and stuff, and also mountains. But also it's got the river, which means that we can only really attack. We gotta attack from here, and then we gotta move troops over here, attack from here, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to try to do that. First, we want to get the mountain troops over there, because we are sorry, after all, attacking through. Oops. It's really awkward to maneuver troops and stuff when the game is like lagging a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean I've got an FPS counter in the bottom left, which you can't see, but I can see it. It's an NVIDIA overlay. It's got 20 FPS when I'm down here. Up here we've got smooth 30 FPS. I wish Paradox games performed a little bit better when they were sped up. We are fast approaching that point in Hoi4 where the game starts to slow down to a crawl because there's so many divisions going about their day and stuff. Got Indian landings in Burma, I think. We've had a an unreasonably calm von Ungern Sternberg, which I think is because he's been unable to actually do any of these. So we can't actually continue his aggression. Yeah, he can't attack Russia, he can't do any of that stuff. Because all those nations that he would have to attack beforehand melted away. I wish they fixed that, because you gotta have that as like a bypass focus. Otherwise you basically completely hamstring his entire expansion tree. Not that I believe he would have saved us, but he could have helped us. Remove one more like unit over here to attack from a different angle. In fact, we should probably have more troops on this attack. It's mountains after all, and they do have a heavy tank. Yeah, what is he doing here? I think I meant to send him over here. Yeah, hold this. Stop this. Oh. Oh no. I wasn't paying attention and our Marines got deleted. Well. That was my my fear, because even if you hold a port, it doesn't actually matter, because if you get pushed back, you... And also this is bad. This is really bad. But if you get pushed back, you straight up just... Like, your units get deleted. They're not even pushed into the sea. Alright, I'm gonna start doing casualties. We haven't done that in a few episodes. 10.56 million on the Commune of France. They are very close to capitulating. They'll capitulate at 24% or less. If we can get some more nukes in there, that'll be helpful. We can't get 75% air superiority, apparently. How come? I guess I'll send these guys back then. Wonder if there's anywhere where we can easily get air superiority in order to drop a nuke on France. Northern France is 449, southern is 1100. I doubt we have enough fighters even to achieve total air superiority. Oh, actually we do. See if we can send 1,000 planes. That's 20,000 pilots. Where would we even nuke? We need to find somewhere with a lot of victory points. Lyon isn't even in northern France, it's on the border, it's in southern France. We have air superiority, but there's nowhere really for us, or nowhere where we actually want to drop a nuke. Because you want to drop them on heavy victory points, because that gives you further progress towards capitulation. Just, you know, doing my thing here. Fuck it, we'll do the Ballad of Revolt. That makes what? The third nuke? We've dropped quite a few. And odds are we'll keep dropping them. Oh, hold on. Hold the flippin' phone. We might be able to get some air superiority over Iberia, where we regretfully will have to nuke Madrid, which was a loyalist city in the Civil War. Let's see if we can actually get air superiority. It's going to be hard, sorry, because of the range. The range issue is going to complicate things a little bit. Also, does the Strat Bomber? It does not. Well, we'll send them to Britain. It should be based there anyways, because that has range for pretty much everything. And we need to calm down on the military operations from the Norwegian side for a little bit here, which means that we'll probably have a time skip episode, like an episode that starts after a small time skip, because we are 46%. We are currently at very low manpower. He says, and assigns more fighters. Okay, nope, they just assigned even more than me. Let's see, is there anywhere else we can nuke? Hamburg. Of course. It's gonna have to be something silly like that. Okay, I'm gonna pull all these troops out of the... or like, get all these planes back into the manpower pool, or the people in those planes, rather. Once we're done doing this bullshit here. Most of our planes here can't even reach the relevant zones, which is probably why we'll have quite a lot lower air superiority than we might. And also we have overcrowding on the airport. Where are the heavy fighters? These are the heavy fighters. I'm going to send all the heavy fighters to the airport further away. Just because they simply do not need to be that close. Nope, the enemy just keeps assigning planes wherever we go. Alright, no more nukes this episode then, in which case, thank you so much for watching. Full casualties coming up. Austria, 1.13 million. 3.30 million for the Iberian Federation, and 300,000 of that is us. Italy 2.55 million. Very close to capitulation. Socialist Republic of Ukraine 11.27 million. Holy shit. Soviet Union 10 million. Commonwealth of Canada 4 million. 4.5 for the Kingdom of France. German government in exile. African troops 4 million. Norway 533,000. Dominion of India 5.9 million capitulated this episode. Sweden 1.7 million. 1.18 million for Denmark. And 3.77 million for the two Sicilies. Our side has taken 34 million losses. The enemies have taken 44 million losses. They have 10 million to 11 million, or 11.8 million fielded manpower, and we have 8.84 to 9.3 million fielded manpower, a discrepancy of roughly 1 million in terms of our fielded armies. However, they have taken roughly, I think, 25% more losses than us overall in the war. Which means that given time, we should win this, but time might not be something we have. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.